This is the World Shooting Parasport Championship Sydney 2019. It's day 4 and it's the turn of the P4 mixed 50-metre pistol SH1 event. My name's Jamie Stangroom. Welcome to these World Championships where we have almost 300 athletes competing from 55 different nations, and I am joined by one of those athletes here today from Great Britain. It is pistol shooter Izzy Bailey. Hello Izzy, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Not doing bad, thanks. I'm just happy to be in your presence ahead of this this final. So there is the P4 mixed 50-metre pistol SH1 event live from the Sydney International Shooting Centre. We have an announcer here in the venue called Shaq, and in just a couple of moments he's going to be introducing our finalists to you at home and also the audience here. And it's a beautiful day. You can see the weather temperature on the screen there. A lovely sunny day here in Sydney. We've had some not so sunny days, haven't we, during these World Championships?
We have indeed. We've been surprised by quite a few days of heavy rain, but today's not one of them, which is good for free pistols. So the conditions are good for the athletes today.
So you think they'll be appreciating what we've got? There's a bit of wind as well. You can see the flags blowing away there.
Yeah, it was a bit breezy on the 50 metres today. Some of the scores reflect that actually, but all these athletes performed formidably to reach this final. So I'm pretty sure they'll be as confident with these conditions as they were in qualification.
And these are the athletes on your screen. So there's 2 from India, 2 from China, also Sweden represented, Iran as well twice, as well as Ukraine, who have had a busy competition, it feels like, in terms of the finals.
Will provide you with some earplugs.
So, we are broadcasting live on the Paralympic Games YouTube channel and also the World Shooting Parasport Facebook page as well. And if you want to rewatch these finals in all of their glory, they'll be available in the future for you to have another look at. So how have you found this World Championships for you so far? Is it your first time at this range?
It's my second time at this range. I first came out here in 2015 for a World Cup. I'd only been shooting a year at that point, so
if you are not using
earplugs for me, but
and you're using your
really
fingers,
really good to
don't get them stuck.
And
make sure
I'm presuming it's a stupid question, but I'm going to ask it. I'm capable of far worse. I'm presuming all focus is on Tokyo, deep down for you right now.
Very much. Yeah, I missed out on the quota place in my 25-metre event. Unfortunately, there was one woman ahead of me that got there before me, but one more event to go, and then there's another chance next year. So it's all very much, if you'll pardon the pun, within my sights. But yeah, all fingers crossed. Everything should be fine.
Which would be your second Paralympic experience? Yes. You were at Rio, weren't you?
I snuck into Rio on a wild card entry. But yes, Rio was fantastic, and you really get a sense of why people get just hooked on going back to the games, and they get hooked on the sort of games life. I'd love to do Tokyo and maybe Paris beyond.
Yeah, well, good luck on that. And you mentioned quota places. There have been 53 in total distributed, will be distributed still from this World Championships for the Tokyo 2020 Paralympic Games. So it looked like we had the presentation ready to begin, but seems to be a slight delay.
It looks like Ukraine had a equipment error there. Hopefully he will
5 minutes preparation.
That's Alexei Denisuk.
Yeah, he's one of the he should be very confident going to this final. He's already won 2 gold medals at this World Championships and a silver medal.
Due to a technical issue, the 5 minutes of preparation and sighting time will start again. How am I going to fill another 5 minutes?
So we've just received news.
I haven't got enough material.
Due to a technical issue, which might be down to Denisuk's gun, they are restarting the 5 minutes preparation and sighting time. So do you think that was down then to Alexei Denisuk's
I'm not sure. It may be down to the target. If the target wasn't recording and they had to restart something.
Is being broadcasted on the live stream.
So that does mean that Shaq, the announcer, who had given out all of the information he's supposed to give out, is now having to give out that information again. But let's talk a little bit about the athletes out there then. There is a lot of experience, isn't there?
So this final is
including
live, and then
Sayer Javanmadi of Iran, who is essentially defending everything there is to defend out there today.
Yes, she is. She is Paralympic and world champion.
Today is provided by
Jamie unbelievable under pressure. And his She's very, very good.
You've done her a slight disservice. Also Asian Games champion as well.
So
she has it all to her name right now. But then, you know, it's anyone's final. You see people with, we saw it the other day, in fact, in their first final competing against all this experience, and they can still come out on top.
Yes, very much.
So how did you first get into shooting?
I got into shooting when I had my injury in 2013. I was in a rehabilitation centre right next to where the GB team trained. I went down as just a pastime, and the coach picked up on me, saw I had talent, and encouraged me to continue. Very sneakily, actually entered me into a competition, and I shot an MQS. So that was it. I was on the program after that. I didn't choose shooting. Shooting sort of found me really, but yeah, it was a good time to get back into sport straight after injury.
Yeah, that's an interesting route, because often when I ask that question to shooters, it tends to have been they were kind of born into it. It was in the family.
Yeah, even, you know, a lot of people have done it before their injury, and a lot of people have sort of had friends that do it and know. Yeah, you're right, but no, with me, I was lucky. It was suggested by somebody, and I went down and had a go, and luckily the coach liked me saw, and here I am today.
Here you are today, and how regularly do you compete at home?
We have monthly competitions that are run in Surrey, which is our main training ground. We have monthly pistol competitions. And aside from that, my coach and I have been entering some more able-bodied competitions, Luxembourg and Germany and things. So we're trying to enter the able-bodied circuit as well, just for practice. But more competitions, I see, is an advantage when you come to something like this, and you can relax in that you have practiced under pressure.
So you mentioned quota places earlier. How do Team GB do it? How do they distribute the quota places they end up with? Because I know USA and Australia, for example, if you win a quota place, that quota place isn't actually yours. You've won it for your country, and then they'll do their own domestic kind of competition to then decide who goes to Rio or to Tokyo next. How do they do it for Team GB?
Well, so essentially when you win a quota place, like as you said, you win it for your country and not for yourself. With teams that have a lot of athletes that are competing for these places, like the States, it all depends who's peaking at the right time for that competition. So the quota place can be reallocated to another athlete. With Britain at the minute, our team is only 6 athletes, and 5 of those athletes already have their quota places. Actually, I'm the one that hasn't yet won their quota place, and I'm the only pistol athlete. So there are no other athletes at the minute vying for the quota places won by our athletes. So they can be, 99% sure that those quota places will remain theirs. So Britain are lucky in that aspect, in that our athletes are pretty safe. They're on their way. But yeah, the bigger teams, China, Korea, you can only win 12 quota places, I think, per country.
Yep.
So those countries that have got 6 or 7 athletes vying per event, it's pretty cutthroat for those countries.
So if you get that quota place, it's pretty much yours.
Touch wood. I'm touching wood right now. Yes.
I'm touching wood for you as well.
Unless, of course, there's some fantastic talent that comes out of nowhere in Britain and deserves to go before me.
Some young upstart.
I really hope not. But but yes, if I win that quota place, I will do everything I can to make sure it's mine.
Stop. Unload. Please lay down your pistols and turn and face the spectators.
So the restart of the 5-minute sighting time was actually down to the Ukrainian finalist shooting at the wrong target. So it did look like there was something up on his firing point, but that's the official reason why the 5-minute sighting time was restarted. So we go again now with the presentation. So this is Shaq live from the Sydney International Shooting Centre. We are going to meet the finalists now for the P4 mixed 50-metre pistol SH1 event.
SH1. The 8 athletes are in position. Let's introduce them to you. On firing point A, representing the People's Republic of China, Rio 2016 silver medalist and silver here at Sydney at the World Cup in 2015, Yang Chao. On firing point B, representing India, silver at the 2018 Para-Asian Games in Indonesia, Manish Narwal. On firing point C, representing Sweden, he placed 6th at the 2014 World Championships in Germany, Joachim Norberg. On firing point D, representing the Islamic Republic of Iran, the defending champion at the Paralympics, the Para-Asian Games, and the World Championships, Sare Javanmardi. On firing point E, representing India, he won bronze medal at this year's World Cup in Croatia, Singraj. On firing point F, representing Ukraine, he's already the new world champion in the P3 competition and placed 4th at the World Championships in this event in Korea last year, Oleksiy Denisuk. On firing point G, representing the Islamic Republic of Iran, he makes his 3rd career final in this competition, Mahdi Zamani Shorabi. And on firing point H, representing the People's Republic of China, he won World Championship silver medal last year in Korea, Huang Xing. The chief range officer for this final is Ray Andrews. And the jury member in charge of this final is Kazuo Ozaki.
So we've met the 8 finalists, we've met the chief range officer, the jury member in charge as well. So we're all set for this final to get started. There will be 2 series of 5 shots, which will then be followed by single shots. And after every 2 single shots, an athlete will be eliminated from the competition unless there is a tie-break situation, in which case we will have additional tie-breaking single shots for those athletes in question. And we'll keep on going till the medals have been decided, really. Ending with the gold. Simple as that, isn't it?
Simple as that.
So, do you have a favourite? Do you have your imaginary money on any of these 8 out there?
Well, of course I wouldn't put any money on it.
No,
but
no, it's imaginary Monopoly money.
If I had to, Jamie, if Monopoly money, if I had to put Monopoly money on it, well, Sare Javanmardi from Iran has already proven herself time and time again. She is very calm and consistent under pressure, so, I mean, she would be up there. For me, also Oleksiy Denisuk, he's so reliable. But then the Chinese athletes are very strong in this event. Yes, it would be a tough one to call, but if I had to pick 2 that would be medalists for me, it would be Denisuk and Javanmardi.
And Denisuk, he must be full of confidence, because as you said earlier, he's already had a successful World Championships.
Yes.
There was the gold in 3 positions yesterday?
It was
not
gold
3 positions,
in,
sorry.
25 metre pistol, yes.
Yes, P3.
P3.
And he came 4th in this event at the Korea World Championships yesterday, so he will be desperate, I'm sure, to pick up his first medal at the World Championships in this event.
This event, yes. No, he consistently medals in every event in World Cups and things like this. But yeah, I mean, yesterday he won 2 medals in one day with his partner and in a team. Yeah, the team mixed.
Yeah, Irina Shetnik.
Irina Liaku.
Oh, Liaku.
Yeah,
I'm thinking of the other team event. That's
many
the rifle one. Blimey,
yes.
I'm just getting it. There's many events here,
They
and they're all
won 2
blurring
gold
into
medals
one.
at Ukraine yesterday in teams. Yes, Doroshenko and Shetnik won the rifle team, and Liaku and Denisuk won the pistol mixed team.
Yeah, they've had a great World Championships Ukraine so far.
have.
And it could get even greater. Let's see how this one goes. So the first series of 5 shots is about to get started.
Start.
So here we go. First shots are fired. 9.8 for Norberg, the highest so far. On your screen is Narwal of India. Javan Mardi with a 9.8 meanwhile. Narwhal's score was an 8.5. This is Norberg. Be looking to score higher than that previous 9.8.
Oh, it's 10.1 from the Iranian athlete.
Samanish Orabi.
Yes.
We do have 2 Iranian athletes in this final. Here's one of them now, Javan Mardi. So that's the highest score so far, isn't it? That 10.1.
10.1 so far, yes.
This is Singraj now. Singraj of India, who took bronze this year at the World Cup in Croatia.
Got a lot of filters on his glasses there. You can choose which to use with the lighting.
Right, so he can sort of flip them around, can he? Meanwhile, Denisuk hasn't got any filters.
No, very, very basic equipment, but obviously it works very well. What else we got here? 10.1 from Norberg.
10.3 from Yang.
Anything, if you can keep in 9-10, 9-10, that's good shooting in this event. Very good shooting.
We're seeing quite a lot of that. The 10.1 from Norberg we mentioned. 10.3 from Yang, that's the highest individual score so far. This is Xuang on your screen at the moment, 9.9.
Those 9.9s can be very frustrating, especially in qualification. You know, a 9 is a 9, but the 9.9 is so close to a 10.
Yeah, it's like finishing 4th, I suppose. So close
Yeah,
to
so close.
a medal.
So close. But in a final, when the decimal counts, a 9.9 is a good shot. It's a good shot.
At a 10.4 from Narwhal of India.
9.9 from Javan Mardi. It's a good group on the right there.
Yeah, our total is 38.5 at the moment. Same as Narwhal of India.
What a fantastic group of shots from Javan Mardi on the right. She'll be frustrated they're not over the 10, but that will still put her in good stead moving forward.
Yes, she's looking to be in a healthy position after this first series. Narwhal on your screen at the moment, his last shot was a 7.4. As the series draws to a close, so we'll take a look at the standings. This is Xuang on your screen, World Championship silver medalist from Korea last year. And that is the end of the first series of 5 shots. We've got another one to come, but let's take a look at the scores. So Izzy, what are you seeing so far?
So far at the top, Sarah Javan Mardi is leading with 48.2, and 1.7 points behind her from India we have Singraj and his teammate 0.6 behind him, currently in 3rd position. We have 5 more shots to go before we move into single shots. We have 2 single shots before we just find out who will go out in 8th place. Currently in 8th place is Zamani Shura from Iran, but he has time to make that up.
He does. You're good. You're going to put me out of a job. That was very
I've heard
good,
this
Izzy.
many times, and I've always been in this place, so so it's I get that a lot. Oh, can she make it up? Can she make
So
it
if
up?
you can relate to it, then what will Zamanish Arabi be feeling right now?
He should feel relaxed enough. This event is very punishing and rewarding.
In what way?
Unlike in air and 25 meter, when precision is 9s and 10s, anything beyond that is a mistake. In this event, 8s and 7s are very common. It's a long way. You have a short gun. 8s and 7s are very common, and anybody can make a mistake. He's not in any danger right now. As you can see, he's just moved up into 7th place after 1 shot, so anything can happen in free pistol. It is a very temperamental event. But would you look at that group from Sarah Javan Mardi? She'll be moving that into the centre now, just adjusting her sights, I would expect.
So yeah, there are fine margins out there, and like you said, one shot can change everything. You can shake up
10.7
the
from
table.
Yang there. That's a great shot.
That is the highest individual score
So
we've
far,
had
yes.
so far, isn't it?
I
Yeah.
think it is.
So that's Yang, who took silver at the Rio 2016 Paralympic Games, and also no stranger to this range here. So he'll be feeling at home. He was here for the Sydney World Cup in 2015 and took the silver there. We are in that second series of 5 shots. And as he mentioned, after this we'll have our single shots, and that's really where the event, the final, picks up the pace and gets
Very
it's the
much.
business end of the final.
Yes. Yeah, statistically, after this next series of 5, the top 4, if you're in the top 4 after 10 shots, statistically you are more likely to be winning the medal. However, in this event, as I said before, one shot can change anything. It really is anyone's game. But I think all these athletes are very experienced. They know how to handle a final and the pressure out there. So I wouldn't want to bank on anyone staying where they are right now, except perhaps this group here. I mean,
Javan Mardi's.
did she move her sights the right way? I'd love to just move that into the 10.
Well, our current total is 75.9. Currently with Yang, whose last shot was a 10.4, also had that 10.7 that we mentioned previously as well. So Yang is going really well. There's Denisyuk, he's going quietly but very steadily, but very
cool,
nicely
calm
at the
and
same time.
collected.
Yeah.
He's classic shooting pose, posture, technique. It's good to watch.
This is now Narwhal, whose last shot was a 9.9. Currently 6th in the table. It's been a 10 for Norberg, 10.1 for Denisyuk.
There's a change at the bottom there. Zamanishura has moved up into 7th. And Joachim will want to make up the difference in these next 2 shots.
Just 0.2 difference.
0.2, yeah, it is 0.2, which is nothing in a pistol.
There's Singraj with his
9.0.
glasses of Instagram filters. So, let's take a look at the table. You mentioned there was a change at the bottom, and that change is still relevant, isn't it? Joachim Norberg, do your thing, Izzy. You were great last time.
It is relevant. It's quite tight in there. At the top, Javamadi leads on 93.6 currently, but only by 0.3 over Denisyuk, who's on 93.3 behind her. Currently in 3rd place, we have a Chinese athlete, Yang Chao, on 93 dead, and his teammate behind him on 90.8. It is very, very close, within 0.7 between the athletes in 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. So the next 2 shots will be vital to decide who stays in this competition. It is more close than I think in this final than I've ever seen before between the bottom 4 or 5 athletes there.
Really tight. You wouldn't be
Very
ruling a
tight.
shoot-off out at this point, would you?
Absolutely not, no. And it's quite unusual for this kind of final to be that close. Or 89.2, 4, 6, and 9. This is quite nail-biting stuff, actually.
The biggest difference we have by far is between 4th and 3rd, isn't it? 2.2 between the 2 Chinese shooters. But apart from that, it's so tight between everybody out there. So here we go. Single shots.
Single shots. 10.1 from Javamadi, keeping her position at the top there. Narwhal 10.2. We'll hopefully move him up the leaderboard.
Well, looks like Norberg remains in 8th place, and the difference has
It
increased
does.
between 8th and 7.7 now.
0.7. Could be made up. It could be made up.
His closest rival is Saman Ishurabi in 7th place. So there's Norberg on the screen at the moment. 0.7.
You'll be thinking
It's
hard.
not impossible.
It's definitely not impossible. 0.7 is nothing in this game.
And Singraj we're seeing there, he's not out of it either. He's not. Nobody's safe really, unless you're Javan Mardi probably.
Nobody's safe. Javan Mardi has a little cushion at the top there. And I think as the competition continues, we might see her extend that lead.
Start.
Well, here we go. This shot, unless we need a shoot-off, could decide who takes 8th place. Ooh, low one from Javan Mardi, 6.3, 6.1 from Norberg, so that's not going to be enough to keep him in this.
That may not be enough. It would, although the athlete in 7th place also shot a 6. So if Joachim had kept that within 7, he would have remained in the final. But unfortunately, this event, as I said before, is very punishing. We had 3 6s there from athletes, one at the top. Javan Mardi has moved down into 3rd position, but she is safe after this elimination.
She is, but who is not safe is Joachim Norberg of Sweden. As you can see there, takes the applause from the crowd here in Sydney. Finished on a total of 103.9. So he takes 8th place at these World Championships. His 2nd final in this event at a World Championships. And there is a change at the top. Javan Mardi was going so well after that low score, and there were a lot of low scores during that round of shots. She has dropped into 3rd spot. Yang up top there with a little bit of a cushion as well.
A little cushion of 2 points there. Yeah, and as you move into single shots, you are shooting on command. You lose sense of your own rhythm of shooting. So it can be off-putting, it can put extra pressure on, but she's very experienced. She'll get back up there.
Well, she's not in that danger zone. Who is Sama Nishirabi, and has 2.8 to make up on the closest in 6th, which is Narwhal.
10.3 answer back from Javan Mardi, 10.0 from Denisiuk. Keeps them in the top of the leaderboard.
A 7.3 for Huang of China. Could get dragged into a battle at the bottom.
Stop.
Yeah, drops into 6th place. Narwhal moving up into 5th. So it's still Sama Nishirabi with 1 shot, needing to make up 2.4 to level with Huang. What do you reckon? 1 shot, 2.4?
Well, we've just seen it happen. You know, athletes shooting 6s and then others shooting 10s. It's very possible. I wouldn't like to say any of these athletes would make more mistakes, but yeah, anything can happen. Anything can happen.
That it can, and Javan Mardi has moved up into 2nd, 0.4 behind Yang, who remains in top spot. All right then, so this is Sama Nishirabi on your screen, who is looking to stay in this competition. That's a few in the 8.
Sama
10.4 from
Nishirabi,
Yang.
9.9. But I don't think it will be enough to keep him in the competition.
It won't be Huang.
Oh, he did make up a lot of difference.
He did, got it to
Closed it to
0.5.
0.5.
But not quite enough, so Mahdi Sama Nishirabi will take 7th place at these World Championships. He made the final in Korea last year, where he finished 3rd, so he took the bronze there. And there's been a slight change at the top, not at the very top, in terms of the difference and also the position. So Javan Mardi, I'm getting to my point, don't worry. Javan Mardi has dropped down to 3rd place, and Denisiuk is now into 2nd, 2.4 behind Yang, the leader, who's looking comfortable as things stand, but his teammate not so comfortable in 6th place. Huang 2.4 behind Singraj, but 2 shots till the next elimination.
2 shots to go, 2.4 can be made up. No problem.
$8.7 for Javan Mardi and 8.9 for Huang. Denisiuk with a 10.4.
He's closing in on the top spot there.
Waiting on Singraj. 8.2 for Narwhal, 9.7 for Singraj, so that's higher than Huang's score, which means
Huang needs to make up 2.4.
This time over Narwhal.
Narwhal.
Cuts the gap
Only one shot to make up 2.4. That's a big ask, but
the next shot
be
will
done.
decide 6
Well, you never know. We've seen some, again, don't want to
Looks a little bit
suggest there
windier
could be
out
more
there.
mistakes, but we have seen the occasional very low scores, haven't we, in
We
this
have.
final?
We have.
Yang's
Windy
lead's
out
been
there,
reduced at
bright,
the top.
So, yes.
Yang's lead's now 1.5 over Denisyuk. So here we go for 6th place. .1 for Yang. Be waiting on Narwhal. Oh, 10.7.
That's an excellent shot from Narwhal Manish.
That will keep you safe.
10.3 from Denisyuk will close the gap between him and Yang at the top.
Stop.
So, all shots have been fired apart from Singraj.
Are we missing a
Did
shot
Singraj
here?
not? Might be some technical issue.
Oh no,
9.3.
9.3.
We
It's
just
just updated.
scoreboard didn't update. All right, so now it has updated.
Taking 6th place in
The difference was 4.4 between 5th and 6th, and it is Xuan Qing who will take 6th place at these World Championships, finishing on a total of 141.3. And tell us about the top of the table. It's changed.
We have a new leader at the top of the table. Alexei Denisyuk sits in first place at the minute, 0.3 ahead of Yang Chao from China. Sarah Javamadi still holding the bronze position, currently 2.6 behind Yang Chao. The next two shots will decide 5th place, and currently sitting in 4th and 5th we have the two athletes from India, Manish Narwal and Singraj. 0.6 between them. Let's see if Singraj can make up the 0.6 to beat his teammate into 4th place.
Yeah, it could be an interesting battle, India versus India.
Yes.
As you said, just 0.6.
How would you feel
between
about knocking out a
5th and 4th.
teammate?
How would I feel?
Yeah.
I'm not very competitive, to be honest, and so I'll be indifferent towards it. How would you feel more like?
Oh, there's a 10.4 from Narwal. He's not giving up. How would I feel for knocking out a teammate? Well, you know, it's an individual sport. When you're out there,
true.
It's there to be won. I would feel bad for them, good for me, probably. Luckily for me, I don't have any teammates competing in pistol right now. If anyone listening would like to try pistol in Great Britain, please come and have a go.
Yeah,
Good to have some teammates.
give Izzy the chance to potentially knock you out one day. Right,
Or-
well,
or
actually,
knock
the
me
battle
out.
is now, as things stand, at least not between India and India, because Narwal's moved up into 3rd place, Javan Mahdi's dropped into 4th, and Singraj in 5th is just 0.6 behind.
Ooh. One shot made a lot of difference there. 10.4 from Narwal has kept him in the competition.
There was an 8.2 for Javan Mahdi, which has dropped her down into a shaky spot, really.
4th place. No one wants to finish in 4th place.
Well, she's not even safe in 4th yet, with Singraj
She's
just
not.
0.6 behind. So this shot will decide who goes next in 6th.
In 5th.
5th even, yes. I'm so glad
We were talking
you're
about 6th. No,
I'm obsessed
I
with
was saying the
sixth.
same.
my favourite number. 10.2 for
10.2
Yang.
from Yang.
This is
Good
Singraj.
shot here from Singraj will keep him in the competition. He's holding on.
9.1 from Javan Mahdi. So what's Singraj got in response?
Stop.
What have we got?
We're waiting on that score. It's an important score, and we're waiting on it. We're being made to wait.
He's shaking his head and he's putting in his safety flag. Oh, the pressure unfortunately got to Singraj a little there. With a 6.6, unfortunately, Singraj bows out in 5th place. Javamadi stays in the final in 4th place if she wants to climb up into the medal position. She will have to make up 1.2 on Manish Nawal of India. Currently at the top, Yang Chao from China leads by only 0.4 above Alexei Denisyuk from Ukraine.
So 1.2 is the difference, as you said, between 4th and 3rd. It's Javan Mahdi in 4th, the position, the awkward position that people
Yes.
don't necessarily want because you're so close yet so far from a medal. But if anyone can make up that it's her, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. Sarah Javan-Mahdi is no stranger to the pressure of a final, and she will not go down without a fight.
Defending world champion, Olympic champion, Paralympic champion, Para-Asian Games champion. She's experienced, put it that way.
It's a 10.5 for Javan-Mahdi. Oh, and a 6 from Yang, which will see him move out of first place, depending on what Denisiuk can put in here. A 10.7 from Denisiuk.
And Javan-Mahdi's done some good work. She's brought the difference down to 0.4 now.
She has 0.4 to make up. Oh.
Here
we go then. Yeah.
Nawal will be feeling the pressure. She is snapping at his heels. And actually, with a really good shot, she could maybe move up even further.
But she's 1.5 behind second place, Yang. Denisiuk, yeah, moved up to top spot, and look at that difference.
3.5 point difference. That's a comfortable position to be in, moving into the only elimination left before the medals are decided. The Ukrainian will have medalled in every single event at this World Championships so far.
Well, this shot is for 4th place, currently occupied by Javan-Mahdi. .5 for Javan-Mahdi. All the same for Nawal.
9.5 from Nawal.
So she will leave the competition.
Stay in the final. She will leave in 4th place. That is a surprise.
Well, your Monopoly money was on Javan-Mahdi.
My Monopoly money is gone.
And it is a surprise because you look at her shooting resume. As we said, Paralympic champion, defending world championship champion, Para-Asian Games champion. But we also mentioned at the beginning, experience and accolades almost goes out the window in a final.
Yeah, especially in a final like this, it's anybody's game, and with no discredit to the top 3 shooters, all very experienced, very good shooters. Every shooter in this event has won medals in big finals before, so it is no discredit to her to be 4th to these 3 athletes.
So Nawal did enough to keep himself in this competition. Currently in the bronze spot, 1.7 behind Yang in second. 2 shots away from the bronze being decided. .6 from Yang. We've had an 8.1 for Denisiuk.
Ooh, it will close the gap down between the top 2.
Waiting on Nawal's score.
Can Nawal catch them up?
8.8.
8.8. Okay.
Well, he's 2.5 behind Yang, who's 1.7 behind Denisiuk. So that difference has gone down between first and second. But we're 1 shot away from the bronze medal. So it's looking like
to make up
Nawal.
is a lot, but like you said, we've seen it already in this final. It is very possible.
It is. I mean, I'm not writing anyone off at this stage. Put it
No,
that
but
way.
he will be breathing a little easier now that he's secured a medal. So he'll be able to relax a little bit now, in that he's not going to risk dropping out without a souvenir from this final.
And it will be his first medal from the World Championships. But which one will it be? This is for the bronze medal.
Oh, the clapping has started in the final stall. 10.7 from Yang. So Nawal unfortunately will not be able to close the gap to just the silver medal.
8.7 note.
Well,
So
it's a fair shot from Nawal anyway at the end there.
he ends up 4.5 behind Yang. Finishes with a total of 201.7. So it is Manish Nawal of India who takes the bronze medal from these World Championships. His first medal from a World Championships. He can add that to his 2018 Para-Asian Games silver in Indonesia. There he is. He gets a double pat on the shoulders from his coach behind him. And what have we got on our hands here? We have a very exciting battle potentially on our hands
Very
here.
tight battle for the gold medal here. 0.5 difference. After 22 shots of a free pistol 50-meter final is nothing at all. 0.5.
So it's China
This is gonna come down to
versus
who's got the
Ukraine.
nerve.
Yeah. 2 shots, as he said, just 0.5 separating them. Denisyuk of Ukraine on your left-hand side. He's currently the leader. Yang breathing down his neck.
Nine from Yang and a 10 from Denisyuk.
9.4 from
was an
Yang,
excellent
so
shot at 10.5.
the lead does go up, but
Does
it's
increase
not
1.6.
still not impossible though, is
It's
it,
not
for Yang?
impossible.
From 0.5 to 1.6, the advantage very much with the Ukrainian.
So it's
going into the final
1.6
shot.
separating
And
Denisyuk
if
and
Denisyuk
Yang going
holds on
into
to first place,
potentially
he will
the final
become
shot
a double
of
world
this competition.
champion. Last shot
Who will
of
be
competition.
the world champion, a new world champion? As Shaq just mentioned in the arena here, Denisyuk could be a double world champion.
A 9.4 or above for Denisyuk here will guarantee him the gold. 9.4 or above for Denisyuk. What can he do?
Here we go. .8 from Yang.
He's shaking his head,
Stop.
but I think he might have done enough.
8.6. It is enough. The difference of 1.4, but the gold
Another
medal,
gold.
another gold.
Denisyuk.
Yeah,
What
Alexei
an athlete.
Denisyuk. He has
What
had an
an athlete.
incredible world championships, hasn't he?
Unbelievable. Yes, he is really an athlete to look up to for the rest of us pistol shooters, especially new ones coming in.
On some amazing success.
He is a real idol in this sport.
To Denisyuk.
Finishing on a
And
total of
well done to Denisyuk. Let's line them up for you.
225.8. He is a world champion
Finally, a smile.
again. Yeah, he almost looks surprised by it, but he shouldn't be surprised the way this
No.
competition's
I
going.
think
It's
he
almost
was-
become a given that he'll win.
He would be disappointed with his last shot, but I think actually once you're standing on the podium with a gold medal around your neck, he will forget about that. And finally, we have a smile from the Ukrainian.
Yeah, well, that's becoming a familiar feeling for him, having a gold medal around his
Ladies
neck.
and
He's a
gentlemen,
double world
in the
champion and
P4
also took
final,
gold in the team
bronze
event
medal for
as
India,
well. So what a
Manish
competition for him, for
Narwal.
Ukraine as well. These are our medalists from the P4 mixed 50-meter pistol SH1 event. The bronze medal going to
The
Manish
silver
Narwal of
medal
India,
for
Xiao Yang
China,
taking
Yang
silver, and as we've been
Chou.
praising the work of Alexei Denisyuk, who takes the gold medal with a total of
And double gold
225.8. So,
world
Izzy Bailey,
champion for Ukraine,
pistol shooter from
Alexei
Great Britain.
Denisyuk.
Just finally, how would you sum up this final?
Well, I think we've had some surprising results there. I mean, Javamadi with
Congratulations
her
to
pedigree
the
and everything
medalists
she
and
has
to the
achieved until
finalists.
now will be
Ladies and
disappointed to go out in
gentlemen,
fourth.
please don't
But
go anywhere. The
the three
victory
athletes
ceremony for this
standing before you on the
competition
screen now
will take
are very,
place
very deserving
in
winners,
10
experienced
minutes
athletes,
time.
and you will
10
see
minutes
more
time
from
for the
all of
victory
them,
ceremony,
especially
right here in the
Denisyuk.
finals
The
hall.
men's 10-meter air pistol is on
Range officers, please clear the
Friday, I
pistol.
believe, or Saturday, and I have absolutely no doubt that you will see all of those three gentlemen again in that final. Can Alexei Denisyuk make it 3 from 3 in the individual events? He's already a double world champion. Can he make it a triple?
Yeah, well, I wouldn't rule him out, but we
I
will
would
wait
not.
and see. Well, Izzy Bailey, thank you very much for joining me, and good luck with that chase for the quota place
Thank you for
as
having
well
me.
for Tokyo 2020. And
you.
that's it for this final, but don't go anywhere. We will have the victory ceremony in about 10 minutes' time, and then we'll be back again for the R5 10-meter air rifle prone final at 6:45 p.m. local time. But for now, it's goodbye from Sydney.
Their equipment from the firing line. of presentation ceremony.
Announcement: if there are any medalists from the P5 events yesterday, please make your way to the medal assembly area. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the P4 Mixed 50-meter pistol SH1. Please welcome the medalists. The medals will be presented by Ghislaine Briez, World Shooting Parasport Technical Committee Chairperson, accompanied by Sharon Reynolds, jury member of the World Championships.
Welcome back to Sydney.
The
This
bronze
is the
medal
victory ceremony for the
representing
P4
India,
Mixed 50-meter pistol
Manish
SH1
Narwal.
event. And that is the bronze medalist from this final, representing India, Manish Narwal. Our announcer here is Shaq, and he is introducing the medalists to the audience here in Sydney. So his will be the next voice you hear.
The silver medal representing China, Yang Chao.
Yang Chao of the People's Republic of China taking the silver. He took silver in his final following the World Cup in 2015. Rio Paralympics took silver as well. So 4.4 as well. So what a championships it's been for Alexei Denisuk so far. His total in this final is 225.8. So next we will hear the national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of Ukraine. Ladies and gentlemen, the world champions.
So that concludes the victory for the P4 meter SH1.
We have 3 more victory ceremonies, including the P4 team, the P5 team coming up.
And as you just said, not to be more time for Sydney.
The silver medals are awarded to the Islamic Republic of Iran. Mahdi Zamani Shurabi, Sore Javan Magdi, Samira Iram. The gold medals are awarded to the People's Republic of China. Yang Chao, Huang Xing, Lu Xiaolong. Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of the People's Republic of China. Congratulations to the World Championship medalists. We will soon have the victory ceremonies for the P5 individual and P5 teams. Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the P5 Mix 10-meter air pistol, standard SH1 individual. Please welcome the medalists. The medals will be presented by Ghislaine Briez, World Shooting Parasport Technical Committee Chairperson, accompanied by Sharon Reynolds, jury member of the World Championship. The bronze medal representing France, Romain Ramalingom Selemutu. The silver medal representing Ukraine, Oleksiy Denisuk. And the gold medal representing Ukraine, Irina Liaku. Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of Ukraine. Congratulations to the World Championship medalists. There'll be one more victory ceremony for the P5 teams event, and then we'll have one more final after 6 o'clock. Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the P5 mixed 10-meter air pistol SH1 teams.
Welcome back to the Sydney International Shooting Centre. This is the victory ceremony for the P5 teams event.
Please welcome the medalists.
As the medalists make their way over to the podium, and our presenter Shaq here in Sydney will be introducing the medals, the medal winners, in just a few moments.
The medals will be presented by Sharon Reynolds, jury member of the World Championship, accompanied by Ghislaine Briez, World Shooting Parasport Technical Committee chairperson. The bronze medals are awarded to the Russian Federation. Andrei Lebendinsky, Sergei Malyshev, Anastasia Pantelieva. The silver medals are awarded to Poland. Szymon Szowinski, Sławomir Okoniewski, Kasper Bierzynski. And the gold medals are awarded to Ukraine. Irina Liaku, Oleksiy Denisuk, Andriy Zakhvatayev.
So next we'll have the national anthem of Ukraine, which has become a familiar sound here at these World Championships. So that's coming next, and that will be our final victory ceremony for now. We've got one more final to come.
Ladies
the R5
and
10
gentlemen,
meter
the
air
national
rifle prone at
anthem of Ukraine.
6:45.
Congratulations to the World Championship medalists.
So that's the victory ceremony for the P5 teams event, and we will be back from Sydney for our final of day 4, which is the R5 10 meter air rifle
after
prone.
6 o'clock, so take a little break
6:45
and please come
PM.
back to the finals hall
Local time
after
is
6
the start
o'clock.
time, so we'll see you then.
Athletes to the line. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our athletes.
Every day's a good day when I'm close to you. Every day's a good day when I feel your breath. Don't know what to say, but then you put the words into my heart. You take my breath away. Five minutes.
preparation and sighting time. Start.
Welcome back to the World Shooting Parasport Championship Sydney 2019. We've got one more final on day 4, and it is the R5, a mixed 10-meter air rifle prone SH2 event. We've got 8 athletes ready to battle it out for the all-important 3 medals up for grabs. My name's Jamie Stangroom, and this is the Sydney International Shooting Centre. And this final is going to work as following. We'll have 2 series of 5 shots, which will be followed by single shots. And after every 2 single shots, an athlete will leave the competition. So our first elimination will take place after shot 12, and that will continue after every 2 single shots until we have the medals decided, of course, ending up with that gold medal. If at any point we have a tie-break situation for the lowest ranked finalist to be eliminated, then the athletes in question will fire additional tie-breaking single shots until the tie has been broken. There are the 8 athletes competing in this final. We'll introduce them to you fully in just a few moments, courtesy of our announcer here in Sydney at the International Shooting Centre, who is called Shaq. So Shaq will be introducing them to the audience here, and also to you at home, wherever you're watching. We are live on the Paralympic Games YouTube channel and also on the World Shooting Parasport Facebook page as well. Now, there are about 300 athletes competing at this World Championships. It's a busy event, coming from 55 different nations. And along the way, eventually, by the time proceedings come to an end, 53 quota places for the Tokyo 2020 Paralympic Games will have been dished out. From this event, there have been a number that have already been distributed. Russia, Serbia, and a couple of firsts. Indonesia picking up their first quota place for the Tokyo 2020 Paralympic Games, and also Bosnia and Herzegovina have picked up 2 quotas today, one from this event and also in the P4 event as well. So Indonesia, Russia, Serbia, Japan, Bosnia and Herzegovina taking one from this event and also one from another event today. And as I said, first quota places for Indonesia and Japan, the home nation for the Paralympic Games.
watch them receive their medals. So please stay
So,
in your seats right after the
our athletes competing here today are from a range of countries. We've got Korea, Great Britain, New Zealand, Serbia, France, Ukraine, Serbia again. So 2 athletes from Serbia in total, and Italy, Andrea Liverani, who is no stranger to this finals hall. He was here the other day in the mixed 10-meter air rifle standing event. Just missed out on the gold. He missed out to Slovakia's František Terzek. Did take away the silver medal with him. Lee of Korea on firing point A.
So ladies and
He's
gentlemen,
picked up
welcome once
Asian
again
Para
to
Games
the
silver,
Sydney
but it's his
International
first final at a World
Shooting
Championship,
Centre
so there's
for
a
the
good mix of
2019 World
experience
Shooting Parasport Championships.
and also a
This is the
few
final
debutants
for
in
the
terms of
R5
World
mixed
Championship
air
finals.
rifle prone
We've also got a birthday
SH1.
boy out there today, Michael Johnson of New Zealand. It is his birthday today, so I'm sure he would like to celebrate that with a gold medal. But Shaq, our announcer here in Sydney, is about to introduce the athletes. So let's hand over to Shaq.
Representing the Republic of Korea, he won silver medal at the 2018 Para-Asian Games in Indonesia, Lee Ji-sok. On firing point B, representing Great Britain, a bronze medal at the London 2012 Paralympic Games and 2 World Cup gold medals, James Bevis. On firing point C, representing New Zealand, 7th at the 2018 World Championships and gold medal at the 2015 World Cup in Turkey, Michael Johnson.
The birthday boy.
On firing point D, representing Serbia, it's his 2nd World Championships after placing 8th in Korea last year, Dejan Jokic. On firing point E, representing France, he won bronze medal at the World Championships in 2018, Alain Quittet. On firing point F, representing Ukraine, he's the reigning Paralympic champion and he has been since London 2012 and he's already won gold and silver at World Cups this year, Vasil Kovalchuk. On firing point G, representing Serbia, the 2013 and 2018 European champion and the defending world champion, Dragan Ristic. And on firing point H, representing Italy, he won World Cup gold last year in France and already won silver this week in the air rifle standing competition, Andrea Liverani. The Chief Range Officer for this final is Rod Sampson from Australia. And the jury member in charge of this final is Sumaya Imamuddin from the United Arab Emirates. Very best of luck to all 8 athletes. Ladies and gentlemen, please show them your encouragement and enjoy the competition.
Okay, so we've now met the 8 athletes competing in this final, and I am very honoured, very happy to say that I have some fellow human company with me now. Joining me for this final is Neelam O'Neill from New Zealand. She is a rifle shooter, and she's competed at various World Cups, UAE, Bangkok.
I also do pistol as well.
And you also do pistol?